NHL PowerWeek.
In Streaks and Deeks, a Finnish legend celebrates a milestone.
Center score! Jari Kurri has just scored his 600th NHL goal!
And in Don't Blink, we have the saves.
Here's a breakaway for Solani. It's saved by Vernon. What a stop by Mike Vernon.
And we have the hits.
Oh, big one.
Let's kick off Eastern Conference Streaks and Deeks with a player having a devil of a year. New Jersey's Randy McKay is known for his physical play, but this season he's providing more than just muscle.
And now McKay's one-on-one into the Avalanche zone. Score! Oh, what a shot there by McKay. Nice beat, McKay scores! Randy McKay again to the Rockets.
It's just coming, and I have a lot of confidence. And when you have confidence, you're a little more poised and relaxed out there. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not getting the puck and rushing with it. I'm taking my time and looking for plays and thinking of what to do with it. And it's been going really well.
So well, in fact, that he's already close to his career high of 17 goals. Against the Islanders, he struck again.
Rebound went off Surrey's stick. Randy McKay up with it. McKay controlling. Backhander. Score! Lyle Odeline cruising on in. Got a pass on to McKay. By the defense. Score! McKay done it again!
For McKay, it was his 13th and 14th goals in a 4-3 win. Meanwhile, in New York, it's been a frustrating season for Wayne Gretzky and the Rangers. Recently, the Great One went 5 straight games without a point, the longest drought of his career. So when New York hosted Tampa Bay, Lightning head coach Jacques Demers thought the Rangers were vulnerable.
Don't worry about the crowd. Let the crowd get down on the Rangers. Let them play bad. We're not here to put on a show. We're here to play disciplined hockey, boys.
But when defenseman Carl Dykhouse took a penalty, Demers expressed his displeasure.
We didn't need to get a penalty. Jeez, boys. Let's go kill it here.
Back to Driver, winds up, shot deflected across. Gretzky's got it, 25 seconds in the power play. Vorobiev chips it over the top, and they put it in! Adam Graves! It's a power play goal!
Carl, you didn't have to get that penalty because he has his back. Don't get a penalty like that. That's a bad penalty.
Meanwhile, Gretzky was breaking out of his slump.
Got Stevens with Sweeney. He scores! There's Stevens moving in. Deep, drops it off for Gretzky. Gretzky turns, pass back, shot by Parkinson, score! Wow! 3 assists for Wayne Gretzky.
With his team down 3-0, Demers finally had something to cheer about in the third period.
Here's Langkow scores! David Langkow all alone went top shelf, and that ends Mike Richter's shutout win.
Gotta go, Damon. Gotta go.
But it was too little too late as the Rangers sent Jock and the Lightning home with a 4-1 loss. But there's nothing disappointing about our top plays of the week, beginning with Buffalo's Derek Plant.
Langkow got it by Allison, stripped up, sweeps it in from the shot. They score! Rob Zamaner fires it home off the pass by Langkow. A tremendous shift for the young and Lightning centerman. Leach holds, cuts in, nice goal. Leach holds, couldn't get a shot off. Pass it from score. Adam Graves off a tremendous move by Brian Leach.
Broke it up. Smolinski has it back.
Now to Janssen, he scores! What a play by Smolinski. Beautiful between the legs pass.
Top honors go to another Islander, Brian Berard, who goes coast to coast.
Oh, what a move through by Berard, and he scores! What a wonderful goal, a dash by Berard right up the ice.
Berard's Islanders are 5th in the Atlantic Division as the New Jersey Devils hold the top spot. In the Northeast Division, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Montreal Canadiens are separated by just 2 points.
Hi there, how are you? Fine. What's your name? Natalie. Nice to meet you. Christy.
For Carolina native Natalie Wells, this was a day like no other. It was a chance to meet her idol, figure skater Christy Yamaguchi, as well as Hurricane players Enrico Ciccone and Jeff O'Neill. All thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. which fulfills the wishes of children under 18 who have a life-threatening illness. The nature of the day is to make a child feel special.
A tall fifth grader. She's like taller than me.
Natalie got a chance to learn how to skate, stick handle, and shoot firsthand from defenseman Enrico Ciccone.
Swing fighter. There you go.
Since the Make-A-Wish Foundation was founded in 1980, over 40,000 wishes have been granted.
We'll try a spin together. Okay.
But Natalie wasn't the only one to try out some figure skating moves.
Okay, that's good.
Why did you feel it was important to take some time out of your day and come down here and make a little girl smile?
Well, I think it's important for us, especially, we just moved down to a new city, and I think that, we've had a really busy schedule, and we haven't really had time to go out and help the community, and I know that she's a really special person, and I think that, it's the least that me and Enrico could do is, just to come out and see her and spend an hour with her.
We gain a lot of inspiration seeing them overcome these, and it's just the rewarding part of my job. I mean, not only do I get to do something I love, but to be able to give something back too is nice.
In the news this week, the starting lineup for the 1998 World All-Star Team was unveiled. Pittsburgh's Jaromir Jagr received over 449,000 votes, topping all European players.
Jagr goes coast to coast in a goal. He shoots and scores! He beats Tebow like a rented mule.
Joining Jagr will be Colorado's Peter Forsberg and the Mighty Ducks' Teemu Selanne. Colorado's Sandis Ozolinsh and Detroit's Vyacheslav Fetisov will man the blue line. Protecting the net will be last year's MVP, Dominik Hasek. The North American team will have Flyer forwards John LeClair and Eric Lindros, along with Detroit's Brendan Shanahan at forward.
Brendan Shanahan is red hot.
Boston's Ray Bourque and the Rangers' Brian Leetch were selected on defense, while Patrick Waugh will start between the pipes. In injury news, Blues winger Brett Hull will be out for up to 6 weeks with a broken hand. Hull will miss the All-Star game but could return for the Nagano Olympics in February. And finally, the New York Islanders helped fight hunger this week by staging a fundraiser at a local toy store.
It's an amazing event and everything. All the money we're raising for Island Harvest, you appreciate all the things you have when you come into a place like this.
People support us all year, it's good to come out and give a little back once in a while, sign some autographs and put some smiles on some kids' faces. It's a good time.
We now turn our attention to international update, and this week the focus is on the Netminders. Germany's Olaf Kolzig starts us off.
Here comes Cole. You get on Kolzig. Poke check save.
The Gretzky in solo. Denied by Kolzig. Got it on goal and a save by Kolzig.
Kolzig has posted 15 wins for the Capitals this year. The New York Islanders have been helped by the solid play of Sweden's Tommy Salo.
He shoots. Salo the save. Oh, and a better save on the rebound. Firing and a kick save. Folks, the puck didn't touch the twine. And Tommy Salo, how did you do it?
Latvian Artur Zerbe has been hot as of late for Vancouver.
Pass in front, gets it himself, then a shot and a save. Hockey Berg got stopped.
Hit save by Irve. And Artur Zerbe coming up huge here. And he robs Owen Nolan.
Czech Republic rookie Peter Skudra has done well in a backup role for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Doing a slip shot. A good save, rebound. And nice from the stop by Skudra. Big scramble around the net. Comes to Popovich in front. Quick shot. Stopped by Skudra right in front of Brian Savvy.
Fellow countryman Dominik Hasek has been outstanding in December, recording 5 shutouts for the Sabres.
He's cutting it back and stopping! Oh, I don't believe it! Ladies and gentlemen, another miracle! Dominik Hasek! Holy mackerel!
How do you describe that one? Unbelievable save by Hasek.
The Phoenix Coyotes have been led by Russian goaltender Nikolai Khabibulin.
Great save by Khabibulin. Save Khabibulin. Rebound save by Khabibulin. Ripped away by Khabibulin at the last desperate second. Oh, doctor.
Khabibulin has 15 wins, which include 3 shutouts for Phoenix. Now Now let's hop over the boards out west for Streaks and Dekes as a future Hall of Famer reached quite a milestone.
Sakic holds it in, drops it back out onto the point. Centered, score! Yari Curry has just scored! His 600th NHL goal! He becomes a member of a very, very select club.
Curry's achievement inspired his teammates who dominated the visiting Kings.
Far side Clem. John Clem looking at a man in front. Backhand shot. Score! Eric Lacroix! Shot and score! Goals like this will break teams back. Around Kaminsky got it. Kaminsky 2-on-1. Shot. Score! Claude Lemieux!
The Avalanche beat the Kings 5-1, but Yari Curry was still the talk of the town.
I knew I was going to get it, but, I wanted to get it over with and start playing my own game.
Later in the week, Curry returned for his final regular season visit to the arena he called home for many glorious seasons, where he was honored by former teammate Kevin Lowe and thousands of adoring fans.
Edmonton fans saw greatness and appreciate greatness.
On this night, it was also easy to appreciate the greatness of Peter Forsberg.
Now in front, Kucherov. He scores!
You're not supposed to be able to make passes like this.
Kept in by Kaminsky. He got the game's first goal. Great feed to Kucherov. Back in front. He scores! Oh, what a goal!
Look at the streak. 7 goals in 7 games. That's why Forsberg has rushed to the lead of scoring in the league. One of the most convincing victories on a night where the Oilers honored Yari Curry for his 600th goal.
In the Central Division, the Red Wings took on the Maple Leafs in a home-and-home series and showed their neighbors to the north why they are the defending champs.
2-0 Detroit. Eyes him into Shanahan. For the shot. Pretty pass to Igor Larionov. And it's 3-0 Detroit. Larionov breaks an 18-game goalless drought. Here's Gilchrist. 3 wings up. Gilchrist back by scores. What a shot that was.
No kidding. Joe Koster sealed the win. One night later, it was a different location, but same results. The Red Wings were on a roll, and Kirk Maltby was unstoppable.
First rebound, but not the second. That's a 4-1 Detroit lead. Nearly a breakaway. Zephyr trying to get back. Maltby. Look out. That makes it 8-1. And that is Maltby's first career hat trick.
Maltby was impressive, but not quite as impressive as our top 2 plays of the week.
Kaminsky trying to work in front. He does. Backhander, he scores! Oh, what a goal by Kaminsky!
And here comes Tkachuk. One man back Susan. Keith Tkachuk. The move. Another move. What a goal by Keith Tkachuk for the hat trick.
This poetry in motion.
That might turn out to be one of the goals of the year.
Tkachuk's Coyotes have 41 points, good for 4th place in the Central Division. Over in the Pacific Division, the Colorado Avalanche continue their fine play with 52 points. And much of their success is due to Peter Forsberg, who leads the NHL with 50 points. Rounding out the list is Keith Tkachuk and Rangers center Pat LaFontaine with 42 points. Let's get Don't Blink started with some hits that might leave you a little dazed.
Whoa, big one now possible. Good hit by Ciccone. Big hit there.
Ouch. McLaren with another huge hit. Oh. And Bertuzzi with a healthy hit on Bombardier.
Now stand by as we reach out for the week's best saves.
Here's Bure moving in on goal. Touch right in front. Oh, big stop by Atkinson. Greg Johnson. Oh, what a stop. Sorry for the hockey game. Hines. Great chip. Hines shot. Austin knocked it on top of the net. Aronov with Marchand breaking to the front of the net. Big stop by Tebow on Marchand. Point blank.
Here's a chance for Ralston. Moving on in. Shot! Ranford. Tapping in and over the line. Rooted up from the shot right on. And Shields with a great save. Put in. Got Fisset down. Fisset up. Shot Lemieux. Fisset 1, 2, 3. Save. And here's a breakaway for Solani. It's saved by Vernon. What a stop by Mike Vernon.
Here's Tommy Salo with the recovery of the week.
Contact between Salo and Dennis Vial behind the net. Salo makes a diving stop as he had to get back to cover the area in front of the net.
Our spotlight this week is on Dominik Hasek. Last week, he recorded his 5th shutout of the year, blanking the Rangers 2-0. This week, the Rangers came calling again, but Hasek shut the door for his 5th shutout in his last 11 games.
What a performance by Dominik Hasek.
But Hasek wasn't the only shutout of the week. Andy Moog had the Penguins seeing double as he stood tall in Pittsburgh.
And Moog, for the second time this year, has shut out the Penguins here at the Civic Arena.
Now back to Gilliam. Out of black, one-timer. Saved by Storr, and he dives on the rebound.
In Chicago, the Kings' Jamie Storr played his first game of the season and shut out the Blackhawks 1-0. But don't blink wouldn't be complete without a long-range shot. Do you think Steve Sullivan was fooled in thinking he could knock down Kurt Maltby? And congratulations to John Van Beesbrook, who earned his 300th career win against the Islanders.
Now it's Reichel centers. Palffy in. Van Beesbrook steals the puck for Palffy.
Next week on Power Week, Carolina's Keith Primo talks about giving back to the community.
The role I had, I was in a position where I could go out and draw some attention to a cause or help somebody who in need who normally couldn't help themselves.
Welcome to the Power Pack. We've got a Western Conference matchup as Joseph Stumple's surprising LA Kings take on the Pacific Division leading Colorado Avalanche, led by Patrick Waugh. Let's pick up the action in the first period.
Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thorne, Doug McLean, Bill Clement, as we welcome Doug to our broadcast here at ESPN.
And I know that you've watched both of these teams, especially Colorado, pretty closely. Your impressions of Colorado, I imagine, are still pretty high.
Well, a favorite team in the league to watch, to say the least. They're so exciting. They do so many great things. Sakic, Forsberg, tough to match up against. Big, strong wingers that have talent as well. And Patrick Waugh, what a guy. When they take gambles to score, he's there to backstop it.
And that is why this team has been so heavily favored. I thought one of the ironies coming into this game, just looking at the score sheet here, Sakic holds it in, drops it back out onto the point. Centered, score! Yari Curry has just scored his 600th NHL goal.
Check this out. The benches, at least Colorado's, has emptied a beautiful shot that he just deflected in. He becomes a member of a very, very select club, and he has waited for a long time to get it. He has had such trouble getting goals number 599 and 600, and now that sigh of relief you hear is coming from Yari Curry. What a play.
The 8th all-time leading goal scorer in National Hockey League history joins the 7 ahead of him who have scored 600 or more goals. An emotional moment for Yari Curry on a beautiful tip-in goal.
And I think, was it Gusarov that was looking for him? But Joe Sakic started it. When you lay off Joe Sakic, you got a problem because he's going to find somebody. Gusarov pinched up on the play. Perfect thread. Yari Curry's skates, look, Doug, you said crease. Yari Curry's skates, I think, were just outside the crease. But I'll tell you what, it would have taken some nerve by any ref to go upstairs and check this one on a replay.
Big time, and look how their defense was so involved in the play, as it always is so difficult to defend against. Great play, great job by Curry going to the net.
Well, a moment in the National Hockey League right here. The company he joins, of course, led by Wayne Gretzky with 871. Gordie Howe, Marcel Dion, Phil Esposito, Mike Gardner, Mario Lemieux, Bobby Hall, and now Yari Curry.
What a list.
The only ones who have ever reached the 600-goal mark. Gary Galley goes wide side. It'll be dumped back into the corner by Rob Blake. Centering pass deflected. They go back outside to Blake. Second power play of the game here, and scored! Power play goal, Blake at the right point. Rob Blake, as they got their second power play chance of the game, and they convert on it. And they've tied this game up at 1.
Looked like he just let it rip. Now, you heard a lot of clang, clang, so it went off at least one post. It may have hit 2. But Rob Blake quickly got it on net, I think, when there was a screen there.
Yeah, what a great shot by Blake, and he didn't waste any time getting it through. No traffic really at the net. It beat him on the short side. And
boy, and I'll tell you
bullet.
what, yeah, Doug, and the screen was out. Well, you know what? It looked like it came off a player, but still, the screen was out pretty far. But Rob Blake, when he has time to tee it up, can really launch rockets, and Patrick Waugh seemed to have no time to react on that one at all.
It's great, exciting, and the defense are keeping the play alive for both teams, keeping the forecheck alive and creating chances.
Lemieux, and he just missed that one as he went for the wide side. Forsberg held it into foot back on top. Gusarov dumped it down low. Forsberg could not get to it. Tremendous pace here. Joseph Stumple couldn't clear. Foot back for Forsberg to Lemieux. Lemieux trying to turn it down low. Robitaille got a piece of it. Gusarov held it in. Adam Foote down to help. Foot in. Got Fiset down. Fiset up. Shot Lemieux. Fiset 1, 2, 3 saves. Claude Lemieux trying to backhand it in. Stefan Fiset with 3 saves.
Fiset keeps the game tied at 1 as we move to second period action.
You know who likes Joseph Stumple, and he came in that 4-player deal from Boston. You talked to Wayne Gretzky about Joseph Stumple. He says, good player. So when you get Gretz's endorsement, you must be pretty decent.
Well, he's a great passer, and he makes plays. And the Kings really needed a playmaker down the middle, a guy that could get some scoring. And look what he's done to Robitaille and Moger. It's become a real good line for them.
Patrick Waugh coming out to get it. Banged it off the boards. Came right back into the middle. Sandy Moger. Moger dropped the shot. Waugh makes the save. Rebound kicked up. There is Patrick Waugh at his best. Joseph Stumple, the big blast, and Waugh right there to play it. Dump back on the far side corner. Kings back, trying to clear it out of the zone. Not out. Lacroix was there to hold it in momentarily. Kings get it back, far side Clem. John Clem looking at a man in front. Backhand shot. Score! Eric Lacroix! Backhand chance, and it is a 2-1 lead for the Avs.
Stefan Fiset didn't look real happy with himself because it was a rebound chance.
And again, it was off the cycle. Good play down low and traffic at the net. And again, as you said, a big rebound, but they go to the net hard.
And the difference for Stefan Fiset on this one, I mentioned this in the first period, guys were clearing the rebounds. Nobody was there to clear it. It went right to Eric Lacroix, and there was another Avs player. Jeff Odgers was cutting in there as well, but great work along the boards. The foot soldiers did their work.
Oh, and that's the strength of this team. As we said, they can play in the trenches or they can play finesse. And look at the people at the net and the rebound. Another guy right there in case that one didn't go in.
Balance, balance, balance. Here are the 2 guys who scored in this game. Yari Curry's got just his 4th. Eric Lacroix gets his 7th. Shot and score! Right off the face-off! Peter Forsberg came down to lead the charge, and it is a 3-1 game as Fiset has 2 against him in a matter of seconds.
And goals like this will break teams' backs right off the face-off, right down. And what a play by Forsberg. What a play by Kaminsky. It buries people. It buries teams when you come right down and make this play. Claude Lemieux, what a play as well. Wide open chance. 3 great players and 3 nice passes.
Yeah, it's not so bad if they're on different lines, but when you put them together, that move by Kaminsky where he kind of scissored and just kind of got in between 2 defenders was terrific. Big men, strong men with small men moves.
Folks, this may be the best line in the NHL right today.
You're watching it.
Do they complement each other very well?
With the Avalanche lead 3-1 as we rejoin second period action.
Lex Molik back to get it, the 6-year man on defense. Eric Messier batted away. Nathan Lafayette was right on his tail that time. Here's the chase the other way. In Lemieux, shot beside, deflected to the near side. What a jump shown by Claude Lemieux right there. He turned the Jets on, got around the D, even though he was behind him a step when he started. And almost got there for it.
What do you think about Claude Lemieux?
Oh, is he a guy you'd love to have in your hockey team? What do we talk about a big game player? Look at the talent. People forget about the talent he has. Breakaway speed and a great scoring chance.
There's Perreault. 3 back already, though, by Colorado. Oh! Back into the middle of big collision. Siplikov down. Forsberg. Mercer. Forsberg and Siplikov do something you don't see very often in sports anymore. They each recognize the other's ability going off the ice. They both put their arms out and kind of gave it a low 5. Came back to the point. Gusarov working a point, held it in along the near side, at least momentarily, and stolen and cleared out by Sean O'Donnell. A lot of ice time for O'Donnell here in this game tonight.
Played again on the power play by Forsberg. Great drop pass to Gusarov. Gusarov, Kaminsky, got it. Kaminsky, 2-on-1, shot, score! Claude Lemieux! A Colorado bounce and a 2-on-1 on the power play, 4-1 Avs.
Well, a great play in the neutral zone there where we made the pass to open it up for Forsberg to allow the clean entry. And then again, talent takes over with a couple of nice give and goes. Great play by, again, Forsberg and Lemieux.
But Peter Forsberg will not get an assist on this play, but he deserves one. Here he is quarterback in the neutral, and he has laid it over for Gusarov.
Really opened it up to allow that clean entry. And now look at the nice pass. Lemieux, great play. Lemieux going to the net. Quick release, wide open, no chance at all. Yeah, well, this guy's been a busy man tonight, and when you're playing against the Colorado team, the way they open things up, isn't it great, though, to have a game with so many great scoring chances at both ends? It keeps the excitement there. Great to see, and that's coming from a defensive coach.
Wait a minute. Weren't you the coach of the Florida Trapping Panthers?
I always liked us to get chances. I just didn't like the other team to get them.
Okay. Dump back in behind the net. We agree.
Now you like both teams to get them.
Tough to get chances on dump ins.
Hey, you realize he's admitting all this up here now?
Sure,
we
easy
couldn't get
now.
him to do this behind the bench, though, could we?
No, he defended everybody.
Huey Krupp, one-timer, scores!
We said it. They got a great power play at home.
The numbers are going to look a lot better after this game.
And Peter Forsberg will get an assist on this one. But there is one of the guys that's getting ice time on the power because Ozolinsh isn't in. Eric Messier is one, and Big Huey Krupp is the other one. Peter Forsberg along the wall is as good as there is in the game. Kaminsky with a tiny little flip pass to Forsberg.
It's really tough when people are squared up, and they square up to the opposition, and they can make the plays. And 75% of all power play goals come from a direct result of point shots, and there it is.
Colorado has a 5-1 lead as we move ahead to the third period.
Played by Huey Krupp. Krupp coming back to get it. He'll be on the German Olympic team. Well, we've got them covered here. Finland, Russia, Sweden, Canada, Belarus, Slavic team. Krupp shot, save made as he joined the flow.
I'll tell you, this guy, Stefan Fissé, would like to get an early Christmas present. That's to get this game over with.
It's this poster, Colorado. The wives and girlfriends participated in this. Forsberg, motorcycle outfit, Sakic, the same. Huey Krupp and Patrick Waugh. Over $75,000 going to the Colorado Children's Charities. There is Michelle Waugh, wife of Patrick Waugh, the goaltender, as the wives put these posters together, went out and sold them. Some great money raised. Congratulations to them for the work done.
14 shots, and the last 7 have been from out far, unscreened, sharp angles. They look easy for Patrick Waugh because I think they are.
They are, yeah. I mean, he's wide open. You can see the shot all the way in off the stick. Goaltender will take those any day from anywhere. Rene Corbeil. Corbeil looking shot. Corbeil rebound tip off the crossbar just wide. Lacroix looking for his second goal of the game. Eric Lacroix to save just enough of that to knock it up in the air on the tic-tac pass. Back comes Robitaille down the middle. Robitaille fanning on the chance. Lacroix was there. Foot was there. Foot kicked it away. Stefan Yell's alone on the charge. Yell almost tried to draw it back, but he had 2D on him. And a poke check by Aki Berg took it away from him. Up the middle. Patrick Waugh will tip that one away. Glenn Murray the opportunity. Jammed up on the near side boards. Not out of the zone yet. Back to get it. Sean Donovan. Donovan to the red and in. Donovan took the hip check. He's all right. Squared up. Saw it coming. Aki Berg on the near side. Third round. Third choice, rather, in the 95 draft. High pick, only 20 years old. What they hope will be part of a solid defense being built for Los Angeles. Patrick Waugh trying to improve his numbers, coming in third in save percentage at .921 coming into this game. Interesting thing has happened there. Robitaille, save made by Waugh. That was a tough one on a blistering shot by Robitaille. With Patrick Waugh out because of that abdominal injury, Craig Billington got to play enough games to qualify for the league leaderboard. His save percentage is actually better than Waugh's coming into this game, with Billington at .922, second best in the league, and Patrick Waugh at .921, third. Under a minute left to go in this game. And the three-game win streak of Los Angeles is going to go by the boards, and Colorado will continue their strong road at home. Donovan in. Donovan shot. His save. Big tough save. Sliding hard into the boards went Sean Donovan. Gets back up is all right. He had the breakout that time. Perrier comes the other way. 30 seconds left to go here in the third period. Dump back into the corner. Sakic covering up in the middle, trying to help. Was behind his man. Waugh had to knock it away twice. Doug, you mentioned Patrick Waugh's had to make some big saves even in this game.
He has, and we've seen Colorado at their best offensively. They've done some wonderful things, especially Sakic and Forsberg, but they've given up lots of chances. And we said Patrick's there to shut the door.
Allows this freewheeling team to be that way. Counts underway, and it's over. Colorado comes away with a 5-1 win, outshooting the Kings 41-20 in this game. Gary Curry with his 600.
On Yari Curry's historic night, Colorado defeats Los Angeles 5-1. On to our second Power Pack, featuring a Central Division battle between Chris Chelios' Chicago Blackhawks and Chris Pronger's St. Louis Blues. Let's get right to first period action.
Leading the league in power play chances is significant. Normally it means you're working very hard and drawing penalties on the other team. That's not just because the referee likes you or doesn't like you. Side of the net, knocked away. Courtnall gets to it, back behind the cage. And he recovers. Hard hit in the corner by Keith Carney of the Blackhawks. Flattened the Blues player, but St. Louis is still able to hold the zone. Here's Courtnall now setting up. 15 seconds left, the man advantage. Cross. Pronger lets it go. Scores! Chris Pronger on the power play. And the Blues have a 1-0 lead.
Folks, it is so much fun to watch somebody take a great wrist shot, and this is a terrific wrist shot by Sean Pronger. He'll move in from the top of your screen from the blue line. He'll get it, receive it, and shoot it almost all in one motion and fill the top shelf.
We're at 5 aside. The Blues have a 1-0 lead here at Kiel Center in St. Louis on college night, by the way. Blues get to it. McAlpine in his own zone. A little short pass to Pronger, the goal scorer. The Blues like that. Bang, they're out of the zone.
And that's what St. Louis has done extremely well throughout this season. They're very good in the neutral zone and around their own blue line, and it is those short passes that are the keys.
Kelly Chase, first body check at center. Here's Eric Daze. Daze, 55 on 44, as he wins the battle with Pronger to get around him now. Chase in a race for the puck. He'll get to it, and we get a whistle. And behind the play, penalty coming up. Tripping call.
Well, Chicago get a chance to go in the power play for the first time. A tripping call, I believe. I didn't catch the number of the culprit for the St. Louis Blues, but obviously Terry Gregson did. Looks like Chase.
Yeah, when in doubt. When it's a blue player.
Kelly Chase is the guy headed to the penalty box. Momentum, you know, is an important factor, certainly in the National Hockey League. And for Craig Hartsburg, his guys got off to a terrible start, losing their first 7 games. While on the other side, St. Louis won 7 of their first 8 games. And it takes a long time to get over that. For Quenneville, their guys have just rolled along and been very successful. And it shows in their standings right now. For Chicago, it took them a real long time to get out of it.
Chest save there by Grant Fuhr. This is a Chicago power play. Chase the trip at 5:59. Here's a Monty try to center it in front and couldn't hook up with Chelios, and Scott Pellerin fires it in as Poshek and Chelios were battling behind the play. Blackhawks power play will look like this. Amonte, Zhamnov, Chelios, Suter, and Nabokov make up the 5 Blackhawks. Here's Suter at center now. In across the line, throws deep for Amonte. Amonte with Pronger all over him. Nabokov gets to it now. Nabokov to Amonte. They play catch center. One-timer, shot, save, rebound, score! Fuhr stopped the first one, couldn't stop the second one. It's a 1-1 game on Chris Chelios' power play goal.
Well, Chicago stuns St. Louis here as Chelios sneaks in down the backside, away from the play. All white jerseys looking in one direction. There's Chelios. Talk about perfect timing. And he knocked that one, I believe, off of both pipes. Nabokov with the puck into the middle. That's a nice play. The quick bang-bang shot. Grant Fuhr did all he could do there. It's the responsibility of the penalty killers to account for everybody.
Yeah. You know how that works, right? You walk in and you throw your college ID back out to the other guy, and then 17 or 18 guys all get in with one college ID.
My college ID is long gone, trust me.
I'd like to see that picture, though, Brian. That'd be a good picture. Inside the blue zone now. 5-on-5 coming up on 5 minutes left in the first. Here's a chance. Sutter, it just hopped over his stick. Brent Sutter is checked. LaRue gets to it, throws in deeper. Davinsky couldn't handle. Yate gets to it for St. Louis, and he clears. Weinrich in a battle with Hull. Left there, though. Cross for Turgeon. Trying to give it back to Hull, who was all alone in front.
Another good defensive play by Chicago. They were aware that Brett Hull was alone down low, but it was Carney, I believe, who blocked that shot. That was a really good play.
Here's Campbell now at center. Broken up. Hawks have an open wing. It's Nabokov. Nabokov lets it go and scores! Dmitry Nabokov! What a story. The kid in his first NHL game scored a couple of power play goals. Played his second game goalless, but here in his third NHL game, scores his third NHL goal, and he gives Chicago a 2-1 lead.
Nabokov's goal put the Blackhawks in command after 20 minutes. Stay tuned for more. Back to second period action with the Blackhawks holding on to a 1-goal lead.
He's tied for third overall in defenseman scoring in the National Hockey League. Knows what to do with the puck. Off the skate, Courtnall couldn't play it and sent back inside the St. Louis zone. I'll tell you what, I haven't seen Chicago in some time, but hearing all the reports, you think the words. They played a very strong game in all three zones tonight, and their penalty killing's been great too.
They have been strong. Every facet of their game, and as I said earlier, nothing has bothered them. Even when they had a goal scored against them, first goal of the game by Pronger, they came right back at St. Louis.
Amonte able to clear. Fuhr will play it. Under 5.5 to go here in the second. It's 2-1 Chicago. No goals here in the second period so far. 2 minutes left in the man advantage. Shot from the angle. Saved by Hackett. Off Turgeon. One-timer, Duchesne let it go. And a glove save by Hackett, and he'll hang on. All 4 of his wins for Jeff Hackett have been on the road. 3 of those via the shutout. He's played very well. He'll try to break that home streak on Sunday night here on ESPN2, and the Mighty Ducks visit the UC in Chicago. Here's Turcotte. Leaves there for Yate, comes back for Pronger. One-time shot from Duchesne is blocked. Brent Sutter gets to it, and he'll clear. Minute and a half left in what was a 4-minute Blues power play. Hackett gloves it. Would have been icing, but he can't take a chance. And Duchesne up high. And that's a high stick. Another whistle.
Well, Chris Chelios has played a ton. What else is new about that? He's always on the ice for the Blackhawks. And we mentioned before at the start of the game that one of the keys for St. Louis was to put pressure on him and not make it an easy night. I don't think St. Louis has been able to do that enough. If you don't with Chris Chelios, it's kind of the old theory, I think, that Fred Sherrill had when he coached the Philadelphia Flyers and he used to play against Bobby Orr. Get the puck in deep. Everybody else used to avoid Bobby Orr. Sherrill said, no, get it in his corner, work him, work him, work him. And a lot of teams have used that more and more over the years since that time. I think you have to do that with Chelios. You got to lay the body on. It takes a long time. It takes 3 periods to wear him down. But if you can do it, and a lot of games these days are 1-goal hockey games, especially against the Chicago Blackhawks, if you can get Chelios tired and a little worn out in the third, it's going to help you.
Chelios is going to turn 36 next month. Eventually, Father Time has got to catch up with some of these players, but Chelios and Grant Fuhr, players like that, they seem to
Ray Bork, the guys like Chelios and Bork who've been playing 30 minutes for so long, they just keep going. I don't know where they get the energy, but they're smart too. They know how to play that long and how to conserve their energy.
Here's Poshek, goes across. Rudy Poshek can't handle. Chance trying to break, and he'll just clear. Fuhr will play it. Under a minute left in this 4-minute power play. The Blues have just 2 shots in the first 3 minutes of the power play. Here's Courtnall. Poshek has centered in front. Stop. With Courtnall on the doorstep, Hackett made the save, and Duchesne, by accident, puts it out of play, trying to go glass and a bit too high.
Very aggressive penalty killing by Chicago here. They're on top of their game. They're having fun, and they're playing things by instinct, you can tell. Hackett makes a save on this last shot with Courtnall on the doorstep. Courtnall's had a couple of scoring chances for St. Louis, but very effective penalty killing by the Chicago Blackhawks in all areas. They've even forechecked in the St. Louis zone when they thought they had a chance. Been very effective in the neutral zone. And inside their own end, they've cleared pucks in front of Jeff Hackett.
You mentioned close games for Chicago. 80% of the hockey they've played this season have had games within 1 goal.
Oh, I know.
One way, it's the most in terms of percentage of hockey minutes all season, more than any other team. And part of it is because they're having problems scoring, so therefore their end is always going to be close, and they play good defensive hockey, keeping the other guys low scoring and close as well. Inside the blue zone now. Coming up on 3.5 left in the second. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Campbell dropped for York. Trying to play it. Couldn't handle. Pronger able to hold in just barely. And Jamnov is back on the ice and he cleared the zone. Offside at the Blackhawk blue line. Good to see Jamnov back on the ice.
Your point about Chicago, Steve, the fact that Chicago has played so many one-goal games, they're used to playing on the edge. And now that they are in a playoff position, and we're still a long ways away from the playoffs, but that steady diet of those close games, which you know come around at playoff time. There's a lot of one-goal games, and you're hanging in there with a tie game an awful lot of the time. Chicago, if they can maintain it and stay in the playoff hunt, they'll be a tough team because of that when the playoffs do roll around.
And don't let the record fool you. They're very much in the hunt. Yeah, they're 7 games under. Chicago comes in as the 11th seed right now in the West. However, they're only 3 points out of being the 7th seed in the West. It's that tight. Inside the Blackhawk zone now. Power play is over. They've killed off the double minor penalty to Eric Weinrich. Good job by Chicago. Here's James Black breaking. Black, saved by Fuhr. Another highlight film saved by Grant Fuhr. That shot, score! It's deflected in front. I think it went off Courtnall and popped over Fuhr. Off the shot from Gary Suter. It's 3-1 Chicago, and you have to feel for Grant Fuhr.
Let's rejoin the action in period 3 as St. Louis trails Chicago 3-1.
I thought St. Louis was loosey-goosey. I thought Chicago was uptight, in an unfriendly mood. They traveled day of game to get here today so they could spend Christmas at home. And it's been the exact opposite. Chicago's played the strong game and St. Louis hasn't.
Yeah, you never can tell. And the other thing, too, is considering that yesterday was Christmas, everybody had the day off. Doesn't look like too many guys ate turkey. I mean, there's been good pace to this game.
Blues will get right back at it. They're at home tomorrow night. The Mighty Ducks come in. And then, of course, the Mighty Ducks go to Chicago on Sunday night. A game you'll see right here on ESPN2. Here's Dubinsky from the angle. Stepped aside by Fuhr. Courtnall will get to it for the Blues. But it goes right to Dubinsky. Steve Dubinsky behind the net for Daze. He's checked off the play by Duchesne. Courtnall gets to it for the Blues and comes out the center. Here's Carney, though, the other way. As Chicago gets to it. And they flip in the zone. Fuhr will play it. 2:40 left in the third period. As Kiel Center starts to empty out. The 7th sellout of the season tonight here at Kiel Center in St. Louis. And the faithful were hoping for more than a 3-1 deficit, what looks like could be a 3-1 loss.
Well, a couple of the big name players for St. Louis have given some good individual efforts in the dying stages of this third period. Turgeon's handled the puck pretty well. Steve Duchesne had an excellent individual shift, his last shift out, and got a shot on Jeff Hackett. But overall, unless one of these guys can pull something out of their hat, and guys like Pierre Turgeon are certainly capable of doing that, somebody's got to get to Jeff Hackett. They're not going to get too many whacks at it because, again, Chicago has closed off the middle of that ice pretty effectively.
I'm sure the Blues are saying, hey, you know what? We've blown third period leads in 5 of the last 7 games. Why can't it happen to someone else?
Yeah.
Joel Quenneville and his St. Louis team, they went through an awful game in Montreal. They blew a 3-0 third period lead to lose 4-3 in overtime to the Canadiens.
And that doesn't happen very often. We saw Brett just unload and just missed the mark a few moments ago. That's a long time, almost 2 full games for Brett Hull to be held off the shot chart, never mind the scoring chart.
And again, if he doesn't get a shot in this game, that shot right on. Hackett will stop it. The shot from McAlpin off the good face-off win. If Hull does not get a shot on goal in this game, yeah, it'll be 2 in a row. It'll be 4 games on the season, and we're just about at the midway point. It only happened once all of last season, Brian. So Britt said something interesting before the game to us. He said last game he just didn't seem to have it. He just didn't have the feel, and he said it never happens to him. You look around, you don't know which way you want to go if the guy's on you. Part of it, he said, probably has to do with maybe his peripheral vision being a problem after he was hit in the eye with a puck.
Yeah, you can see all that swelling and discoloration around his eye. You're right. He kind of felt like he had a blinder on almost on that one eye, and he said it just affected the way he felt about the game, the way he saw the game. So, yeah, maybe it's still happening to him here tonight.
Campbell in the corner with Chelios, back after his tussle with the other team's defenseman, who happens to be a captain, Chris Pronger. Chelios has played an active game tonight, as usual. 2 minutes left in the third. And Carney will make the safe play and just flip out the center. Zabransky there for the Blues. Trying to play the transition game, go defense to offense, and in a hurry. But the Hawks get to it. Headman pass, looking for Shantz. Zabransky comes over to greet him. He tried to take his head off and miss. Here's a shot, they score! And what a play! What a goal by Jeff Shantz! As Libor Zabransky nearly took his head off, he ducked the check and made the move to beat Grand Fuhr and gave Chicago a 4-1 lead. What a goal that was.
Things have not gone well for them here tonight. They've played more home games than anybody else in the league, and so you know the other shoe has to drop too. They've got to go on the road. Joe Quenneville wanted a good effort and some points here tonight. He's not going to get them.
Yake trying to beat Suter, couldn't do so. Coming up on 10 seconds left. An all-around solid win by the Chicago Blackhawks. Pulled down back behind the net. That's a good play by Terry Gregson. We do not need a whistle with a second or 2 left. And there's the horn to end it.
Thanks to an all-around effort, the Blackhawks prevail 4-1. See you next week.
I don't know if I can find the...